Hi, my name is Susan Cox. I am a personal trainer certified with the National Strength and Conditioning Association, and I'm here today to suggest a number of exercises and active stretches for you to add to your current exercise program. These are good for anyone to add to their program, but they will be especially useful for cyclists. Let me explain to you why this will be a good thing for a bicycle rider to add to their exercise program. When you're on a bicycle, you are often in this position. Unfortunately, many people are often in this position. So what you want to try to do is work the muscles on the back side of the body, stretch the muscles on the front side of the body, work your upper back muscles to keep them strong, to counteract the constant forward shoulder posture, and make them stronger and able to hold you up when you're riding your bicycle. The first thing I'm going to show you is a one-legged deadlift. I'm going to do this with no weight. As you become proficient at this exercise and stronger, you can add a dumbbell in the hand to make it more difficult. This is very good for your balance, and it is also very good for your hip muscles, your gluteus muscles, to keep them able to come to a full extension. And I will often give someone a target, something to reach for, which is just good to have a goal. But you want to stand on one leg, balance before you go, hold your body really erect, nice and tall through the hips. You're going to hinge at the hip joint. You are going to raise this leg and back, and you keep this hip muscle very contracted, and you're going to reach for that target. If you're flexible, you can go on down to your toe. When you come up, you want to make sure that you come to full extension of this hip, that you've got this leg very straight, your standing leg. Try very hard not to put this the rear leg down while you're doing this exercise. Do it again. Okay, you will find when you do this that if you look away like I'm doing now, it makes it a little difficult to maintain your balance. But keep focused in front of you. Repeat it 10 times. Okay, try real hard again. You come to full extension. Don't put this foot down. Okay? And I would repeat that 10 times with each leg. Make sure you do both legs, otherwise you will be lopsided and that will not be a good thing. The next thing I want to show you, you're going to need a dumbbell for. It is a bent over row. This is an exercise that will use all of the body, but you're especially focusing on these upper back muscles that tend to not get a lot of use when you ride a bicycle. You're going to want to get a weight that's challenging enough for you to make the number of repetitions difficult, but not so challenging that you cannot do it with good form. You're going to have one leg in front. You're going to put the other leg in back. I call this your kickstand. And you're going to hold your torso nice and straight. You want a nice neutral spine. Head is in line with your spine. Don't crank your neck up. Don't drop your chin down. Make yourself nice and strong. Reach forward with the arm that has the weight. Squeeze your shoulder blade up. Pull that hand up next to your waist. Lower it back down with control. Pull the weight up. Lower it down with control. Make sure that do not round your back when you're doing this. Maintain a nice flat neutral spine. Pull the weight up, slowly lower it down. You want to do this about 10 times with each arm. Make sure you do both sides. So you're going to pull with the opposite leg in front. That way you're kind of pulling this side is open. Makes it easier for the weight to clear. Okay? Repeat that 10 times with each arm. Another thing I will remind you, hydrate. Very important. Make sure you're always drinking enough water. Okay? The third thing I'm going to show you is something that's really good for all of your core muscles. Essentially what you're going to train your core muscles to do is to resist rotational forces with this exercise. You want to need a band. You want to make sure that you get one that is strong enough to make this exercise a challenge, but not so tight and hard that you cannot complete it with good form. These are available at any of your sports stores, Target, Walmart, but again, just make sure you get a nice sturdy one, because you will soon develop enough strength to where one of the little wimpy ones will not be good for you anymore. So you're going to be perpendicular to where you have anchored your band. You are going to hold this in both hands. Your arms are soft, the elbow is soft. You don't have them stick straight, you don't have them really bent, but you're going to hold them out in front of your chest. Shoulders are square. You don't want to hike one up, the other one up. Keep your shoulders nice and square, okay? Arms are right in front of your chest. They don't move except to come into your chest for your break. Hold it out here. Resist the pull of the band that is trying to pull, in this case, me to the right, and I am resisting it with all of the muscles on the right side of my body. My hips are contracted, my abdominal wall is contracted, my shoulder muscles are contracted, and you hold that for a few seconds, bring it back to your chest. Hold, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 or 10 counts. Come back in. Out you go. Now you want to make sure that you don't have your chin tucked. You're not doing anything weird with your neck. Your head is just in line with your spine, and your shoulders are back. You don't want to round your upper back when you're doing this. Make sure you're standing very tall and erect. Okay? In and out. I'd say repeat that 10 to 15 times. Turn around. Make sure you do it in the other direction so that you've worked both sides of your body at that anti-rotation exercise. A variation on this thing, when that gets a little too easy, is to just make big circles with your hands, keeping the rest of your body motionless. Okay? Now this is easier than it looks, particularly if you walk away from your anchor and make the band have more tension on it. And then you change your directions. Once again, my shoulder joint is moving, but the rest of me is staying very still. And it's working against the pull of the band. And you want to repeat that again on both sides for both directions so that you're working your body equally. The final exercise that I will show you today, you need a mat. If you don't have a mat, you can just use some rolled up towels on the floor for your elbow, but it would be a little bit more comfortable if you have something under your elbow for some cushioning. You're going to get into a side plank position, okay? Make sure that this elbow is tucked up underneath so that when you raise your hips off of the mat, this shoulder is right over this elbow. You don't want to do anything that's going to compromise that shoulder position. You're going to be in a nice, strong plank position, straight line. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Raise your hips up off the floor. Pull your shoulder blades together. Raise yourself up off the floor. Reach towards the ceiling with this hand. You are going to rotate. Push your hips up into the air. Reach underneath your body. Come back to your side plank. Slowly lower yourself down. Make sure you're really pulling down and back with these shoulder blades, because you don't want to do anything that's, if you do this with your shoulder, you could lead to some impingement problems. You don't want to do that. Up again. Rotate. Come back to here. And down you go. I would repeat that about 5 to 10 times on each side. Make sure that you do the other side as well with the other arm underneath. We call that a mermaid. But these are exercises that will help make your body stronger overall, help all of your core musculature, your upper back, and hopefully make you a better athlete. Thanks a lot. See you next time.